And I'm Zach.
And I'm Andy.
And we're traveling A to Z.
And back.
This week, we're traveling on the Sespe Trail to Willet Hot Springs.
We're currently in Southern California outside of the city of Ojai. We're heading to go hike to Willet Hot Springs. We're heading to Ojai, which is 59 miles off the 56. We're on the 33. We're gonna go hiking. So we made it to Sespe Creek trailhead. So apparently there's an arroyo toad that's almost extinct that is in this area. And it's a breeding zone for the steelhead trout. So maybe we'll see some in the river.
We made it to the parking lot and we're gonna go walk out to Sespe Hot Springs.
Yes, go bathe in some water.
So it's 7:45 in the morning. Took us a couple hours to get here. Our first major hot springs is Willet Hot Springs, and it's supposed to be approximately 9.5 miles from the parking lot. 41 degrees, so not too bad. It's supposed to be a fairly warm day in the 70s, but shouldn't be too hot. Apparently it gets up to 100 degrees in the summer, and you don't want to do that during this time because it's pretty dry and hot, and it doesn't have a lot of shade cover. So yeah, the best time to do this is this fall and spring.
So we found our first river crossing.
Woo! I made my first river crossing. Only 9 more of those, so hopefully I don't fall in. That's Sespe Creek. This is number 2 crossing. We just weave back and forth across the river. I don't know why they just didn't keep it on the same side. It makes more sense, but whatever. Let's see if I can make it across this one and not fall in and get wet. A little better having my poles.
Crossing number 3. Yay, I made it. I didn't even fall in this time.
Oh, number 3.
Oh yeah.
So there's 2 different hot springs. There's the Willet Hot Springs, which is about 9 miles, and the Sespe Hot Springs, which is about 15 miles. We're gonna try.
That says 19. 19 miles.
Okay, 19 miles. I thought it was only 15. I guess I'm wrong. And we're gonna see how far we get. Our goal is here, and if we feel good, we're gonna try for here. I don't know. I don't know if we'll make it.
Though. That looks fairly new and scratched. Someone could have tried to mess with it.
It's everywhere is saying it's 17 miles, so I'll pretend that that's the real mileage. I don't know if that's true or not. Either way, it's a long hike. Crossing number 4.
Huh, not bad.
So we're in the Los Padres National Forest, hiking the Sespe Hot Springs Trail, and so far we are almost 2 miles in. Pretty flat, pretty easy, nice trail, a little sandy, but so far so good. Down below is Sespe Creek, you could see it behind me, and we're heading up a little hill. We're kind of overlooking the river. It's pretty nice. We think this is river crossing number 5, but it's like literally as I fall in, You can like straddle it.
Ashlyn just fell into river crossing number 5. It's almost 2 feet across.
I did not fall in. I did not fall in. My feet are
That's
still
the river
dry.
crossing right there. Yeah.
So we are about an hour and a half in and right at 4 miles. So far, still been pretty good, a little gradual downhill. We're right along the river, some really cool rock formations. It's pretty neat. We're just kind of right along the side in like a valley area. It's a pretty nice hike so far. So we made it to the first camping site, official camping site. It's called Bear Camp. It's approximately 4.3 miles in or so from the trailhead, and there's lots of trees and the river's right there and you can see people camping.
Number 6 river crossing. We made it.
A little rougher. That was a little deeper. Okay, I think we're on crossing like number 7. Some of them I'm not sure is actually legit that we crossed or we counted.
Oh yeah, we're totally gonna fall in the water.
No, I feel like super
Ashlyn's falling in the water now.
Below is Oak Camp, and it's a nice little camp area about 7.5 miles into the hike. And then you're right along the river. There's a lot of little places to get water. It's supposed to have a lot of trees and very relaxing there. So a lot of people, if they're just doing a day hike, will hike to here and then go back and have lunch here. Or it's a nice little spot if you're doing multiple days to camp before you head out. So behind me is the Sespe Creek. We are walking along the Sespe River Trail. And this creek is one of the only creeks that is not dammed in Southern California. The steelhead trout actually come up here and spawn up in this river. Heading up the hill again.
Overlooking the river, it's pretty nice up here. A little bit of breeze blowing. It's warm. It's probably 70, but with the breeze, it's really comfortable temperature. I would not want to be out here in the summertime. I bet this place gets really hot. And apparently it snows in the wintertime, but in the spring or fall, this place is gorgeous.
So when you get to this sign, it says 1.5 miles to Willet. It's actually a mile to Willet, and it's another half a mile up to the hot springs. So to get to the actual hot springs, it's about 1.5 miles, but to get to the campground or to the turnoff to Sespe, it's only about 1 mile. So in the distance, right there, that's Willet. Right up there is the actual hot springs, because it's about 1/2 mile from the campground up the canyon on the side. The trick to get to Willet's hot spring is you come down this mountain behind me, and then you get to this branch. It says trail. If you go towards the trail and across the river, that's how you get to Sespe Hot Springs, and it's another 7 to 10 miles. If you want to get to Willet's Hot Springs, you keep going along the trail over a little creek, basically till it ends. And then once you see the chimney, you turn left and you start hiking up the hill about 0.6 miles, and then you get to the hot springs. So you don't follow the trail, you just keep going that way, straight. So we're heading to the trees to get to the hot springs, to Willet Hot Springs. You turn left around the chimney and start heading up the hill. As you go up the hill heading toward the hot springs, you can see views of the campsite below. Oh, we just got to the top and we're starting to come down. You can start to smell a little bit of sulfur in the air. And there's some flowers and some trees. It's shaded. I think we're getting close.
This is the hot tub, and it is maybe 100 degrees, high 90s, 100 degrees. This is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of odor of sulfur, but yeah, I would definitely hot tub in this thing.
So it's about 8 foot across and about 2 feet deep.
This is the end to a 10-mile day. It's pretty nice.
So Jacqueline Willett's who used to live here had a homestead, and behind me is the chimney left from the house. So apparently there's quite a few little buildings around here, and he built it, I think it was in the 1890s, and yeah, lived here in Hot Springs and enjoyed life. We're at the Willet's campground, and there's a nice little river with a little stream. It's really cold actually. Feels good because it's pretty hot out. It's nice to cool down. This is a cool little campsite. Definitely want to get here early or you're not going to go to a campsite. Unfortunately, we did not get a good campsite and we ended up in a field, but it was still nice. We just saw a racer snake hanging out at our campground. At least it wasn't a rattlesnake. Apparently there's a lot of rattlesnakes out here. I hope we don't see one of those. We had a great day. We went swimming in the cold river. Then we went to the hot springs, which was probably around 100 degrees, and went back to the cold river. So we ended up hiking probably around 12 miles today. Once you get to Willet, which is about 10 miles, it's approximately 0.6 miles uphill towards the ridge, which is actually pretty steep. It's close to 250 feet elevation gain. Once you get to the top, you can rest your legs and muscles, and has a nice little seat you could rest in, and yeah, it was enjoyable. Good morning. It is, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, and it's pretty nice out. It's a little chilly this morning, but not too bad. The sun's gonna come up really soon, and we're gonna hike out of here. You can see the beautiful view from our campsite. We didn't get 9 or 10 crossings. I think some of them may have been dried, but we counted 7, and I did not fall once into the water. So I was really proud of myself, and this is our last one before the parking lot.
But Zach fell in, it was pretty great.
And so did Andy. So we just finished the hike, and after about 4 hours, we made it back to the car. It was about 10 miles, and it was 1,487 foot elevation gain back. The way out was about 800 or 900, so it's definitely a nice hike out. It was awesome though, definitely recommend it. Great hike, great views, great water, gotta do it. I hope you enjoyed backpacking with us to Willet's Hot Springs. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.